everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on the Power Up Your Life podcast today. I'm Mandy McAllister.
And I'm Kelly Resendez.
And we are here for episode 0. We are getting this party started, y'all. We wanted to start this journey by, telling you a little bit about what we're doing. But first, we want to spend a little bit of time for thanking you for spending your time with us. We only have so many hours in the day. Thank you for choosing to give this podcast a try. And we are certain that once you hear what we're doing here, you're going to want to come back for more. So, Kelly, why don't you get us started with what we're doing here? Why are we doing this podcast?
Yeah. So what I would tell you, what you can expect listening to the Power Up Your Life podcast are actionable things that you can do to really get to this next level that you've been craving. So if you're somebody that feels stuck, you're somebody that maybe you're stressed out, but you want to grow your business or your career, you're somebody that has a little bit of imposter syndrome, which we know by statistics, there's a great chance that you're struggling with that. Or maybe you just feel out of alignment with work and your, home life and your health and other things. We are going to be bringing guests on that are going to change your life. We know information is not the key. We have access to more information than you could ever imagine. I mean, you could be chatting with ChatGPT every morning on how to get healthy or find out how to grow your career. We know information is not the key. We've got to help you unlock your potential by really giving you actionable steps that are going to get you thinking differently. Who you have been is not going to get you where you want to go. And so we really want to help you shift some of those, I would say limiting beliefs that maybe have held you back and get you to this greater place. So, Mandy, what else do you have to add in regards to what they're going to get from watching this podcast?
You and I go on a lot of people's podcasts, right? And one thing that we collectively have seen that's kind of missing is the podcasts. We tend to talk about where we are now. And when you're listening to a podcast, if you're early in your journey, all you see is this, I used to be poor, but now I'm rich, like the end finish line, step 742, right? But if you're on step 4, then how do you really reconcile what to do from step 4 to 752 if you're looking at this person talking about where they're at, right? So the thing that we are really hopeful, and you said it fantastically, is what are some actionable steps? What are some things that you can do in this messy middle to move yourself forward, to get to your goals, to really design your life? Because what we do at GoBundance Women, what I've been able to work towards accomplishing in my life is decide what I want my life to feel like and really do the things that help me get there. And the people that we're going to talk to on this podcast are people who have made it to that step 752. But, how do they get there? What are the recipes they follow? They're going to still feel stuck. What do they do when they feel stuck? So how can we learn from their expertise? Along with that, though, I'm really interested to know your why. This idea of start with why. Why for you, Kelly, do you want to give impact in this way?
Yeah. So my purpose, it's something I look at every day when I wake up, is to really increase joy and reduce self-suffering in the world. So I need to break down what self-suffering is. I'm not talking about like trauma, like that you really incurred, but self-suffering is created in our own minds. Maybe you have an amazing career, but you're not happy, or a great spouse and you're not treating them very well, or great kids and you really don't feel connected. I think so many of us just don't realize that some of the challenges that we face, we've created. And we've created them because we haven't created the right environment in ourselves in order to be able to live this life by design. And so my impact in the world is really just, I want to make it as wide as possible. I want to reach as many people as possible. So we do that through GoBundance Women, which is a membership community of amazing, ambitious, like-minded women. But we also want to share a lot of those things that we teach within our community with all of our listeners. So for myself, my biggest why is to increase world positivity. And that's how we get to joy. And world positivity is good for the people, good for the planet. I believe we need an us too movement where men and women collaborate more together to really move the needle on leadership numbers. Women don't have as many seats on the table. And I believe if we reduce stress, imposter syndrome, and guilt around work-life balance, that we're going to blow these numbers out of the park. So as much as we could blame or find reasons why we haven't had the seat on the table, I'm letting go of all that. I'm just stepping into how can I make a difference? How can I empower women and men that are listening? Because again, it's that collaborative effort that we need in order to be able to get to the next level. So, I mean, just to really just sum that all up, I just want to make the world a better place. That's it. I want to make the world a better place. And that's why I'm here. What about you, Mandy?
You make my world a better place, Kelly. Thank you. I had this big life-changing, like catastrophic brain change that you get to pick your life. When I think so many successful women have followed the path that has been prescribed to them, and men for sure too, but this idea of you need to follow this path to find happiness. And I had a full-on breakdown in a parking deck of a hospital in my medical device job that, oh my gosh, I get to pick what I do with my time. It might not feel like it because of the things I've set up till now, but I absolutely get a choice in what I do with my days. And how do I lean into the life that's going to feel incredible? Because you only get one. You only get one big, beautiful life. So what are you doing with it? What are things that you can do on a day-to-day basis to maybe mindset ninja hack your way into doing something a little bit differently so that it will feel better, so that the people around you, if you have patterns of addiction or problems in your family, how do you break that pattern? How does it stop with you and you move forward? That has been a big part of my life and what has fueled me to make things better. So I want to inspire people to understand that they have the choice in their life and that there are actionable things to be able to move that needle, even when it doesn't feel like you have that opportunity. So one thing that I want everyone to take away is by liking, by subscribing, by sharing this Power Up Your Life podcast, you and your friends, the people in your circle are going to have these ideas of how to really change your life. Because I think that when you go on a diet, when you put the stuff around you that is good, if you're going to go on a food diet, you get rid of the chocolate chip cookies, right? So that you're not tempted to have it. So if you are on a diet of what goes into your brain, which I think is way more important than what goes into your mouth even, put the things into your feed, put the things in your sphere that are going to fill you up and help you go to that next level. And, maybe the stuff that feels negative, how do you minimize that? So this is going to be one of those good seeds for you to sow. And we are excited to go on this journey with a lot of thought leaders on what helps them move the needle.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing. And I would say just from like a selfish standpoint too, like this is massive accountability for us. Like we both have, ambitious goals in our life and we're constantly listening to ourselves and to others. And part of, I've been a speaker for over 20 years. Like a lot of times I'm like, I'm doing it so that I listen to myself and hold myself accountable to this life of intention as well. So we are so excited to be on this journey with you, empowering up your life. We have so many amazing guests for you to be able to check out. And again, like Mandy said, share it. We just want to impact people, help them increase joy, and really just get to this next level to actualize their potential. So thank you for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you on our upcoming episodes.